All right, here she is. I went and got those two lights working last night. That front one was so corroded. I just cut the wires and re-spliced it in, and then this one just needed plugged back in. So there she is. All the lights work for now, other than the marker lights. Everything is on order. It should be here by Monday. I am going to think about adding a turn signal over here. I'm considering taking this marker light here and either using that as a turn signal or putting one next to it to use as a turn signal. I don't know yet. But I do think that these big trailers should have turn signals halfway down. That's just me. And then when I get the Ford/Chevy style mirrors for this, it'll have a turn signal in the front and the back. So you'll be able to actually see the turn signals on the side of the truck. Now we're back up 80 PSI in the bags. Again, it's a reverse leveled truck, so that's why exhaust brakes on. We got the truck in high idle, just warming her up. So we'll get out of here. I gotta go get fuel yet, and then we should be in New Jersey in about 2.5 hours. All right, so we made it. Today has not been nearly as bad as yesterday. So I've replaced the fuse this morning to get the lights all to work and whatnot. Can't wait till the harnesses get here and everything, because I'm rewiring this trailer top to bottom, and I think I know how I'm gonna do it, because I think that the harness that runs along inside here for these lights, I might just keep that harness and run it to the junction box separately from the actual tail lights and the brake lights. So we're here now, get these things dropped, no damages and whatnot. I replaced the ratchet strap there, and at some point I'll probably get a piece of bar, drill some holes in it, and then put some of those connectors over them, whatever they're little clips. So everything's doing all right. No issues today other than that. I noticed that when the trailer light fuse blows, which all my lights are working now for some reason, like my, let's see, look, this light, the left light, every light on the trailer, this light, and then these two, it all goes out. So when the trailer fuse blows, it actually takes out the left tail light and anything connected to it, but doesn't blow the brake lights. Like, if you guys come back here, it worked all morning until it got about daylight, and then it finally blew the fuse again. But now, for some reason, we have 4-ways and a turn signal and brakes. So I'm also gonna get a light to put on the side here, like the car haulers do. That way we don't have any legalities with those flip outs. Bunch of money. And then I also considered putting a set of lights like up here somewhere, but getting a little ahead of ourselves. We'll start first. We'll get the junction box in and the wiring first, get the wire run along the inside of the frame here with the little connectors. You can see there's an access hole back there. I don't know about the other side. I think somebody added that aftermarket for some reason. And then every one of these lights I'm also going to replace with clear ones as well as the budget starts going up. Every one of these are getting replaced with clear, red, and amber lights. So that way we'll make it look a little bit nicer. We're also gonna at some point get some mud flaps for it and find a way to protect these. Any of the grounds, like you can see there's a ground right there, I'm gonna move those as well to like up here somewhere, because it is a piss poor spot. Again, I know I'm gonna get somebody in the comments. I've noticed the only people that say something about it are the ones that only leave hate comments on the videos, and for some reason these people are so obsessed. It's really weird. I've noticed that ever since I started YouTube. I was talking to Dixie about it last night too, because he has the same problem. He'll have guys that'll follow him to all his social medias and stuff, and the obsession is so weird. The people that only have negative things to say about you, they will stalk you. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I don't swing that way. It's really weird. They do keep the ad revenue up, so whatever. All right, so two things, okay? Two things. One, I took your guys' advice on the dielectric grease. You guys know how I love my anti-seize, why I ordered a big jug of dielectric grease, so we should never have salt issues again. And two, this is carpet. The inner fender liner on these brand new trucks is carpet. Tell me that's a good idea. Seriously, that is so stupid. That's literal carpet. I just noticed that. How do these things look underneath? Still using leaf springs. We have the weirdest exhaust tips. That's so weird. But yeah, you get the point. So dielectric grease and carpet on brand new trucks. I guess you could say junk hauling new trucks but they're junk too. But not only are they junk, they're clean junk. All right, we got the first one way down there. Now we're gonna drop the second one here. Another guy dropping over there. So, gonna get this mirror out. So these things have an engine hour meter on them, and it says 2.3 total engine hours. So that's kind of neat. I wish that all vehicles had an engine hours thing, because if you ever go to buy like a used cop car or something, you really don't know how many miles or how long that engine has run for. Like, most of them just idle their entire lives. So you can buy something with like 80,000 miles, but realistically it's got like 300,000 miles worth of idle time on it. It's liking the look of these dualies. Upside down face, Family Guy. So I don't know if it's an intermittent problem or whatnot, but as long as I don't turn the running lights on, everything works great. And it's only when hooked up to the trailer. So really weird. I am slowly working on getting everything taken care of. We are restoring this trailer slowly. I do plan on getting like a hook or something to put in here for this guy. I gotta weld something in there at some point. And I don't think I need to do any welding on these. I'm just gonna cut these off and like screw them in down. Probably put them on the side down here somewhere. But I don't think I'll have to weld them right away. See these inner fender line. I don't know if somebody cut that before I bought these, but that's why this connector here was so rusted over, was so corroded over. So it really isn't a good design. I do put RTV in them a little bit. This one I just slapped some anti-seize in there because why not? I just somewhat of a protection. But then these I greased, got those all greased. This will make a mount for at some point, but it's all coming together. So before I tear any of the wiring apart, I am gonna add the new wires first, and then we'll slowly tear the old wiring out. But I ordered 50 feet, which I don't know. We'll see if it's long enough because of the neck. So we'll start up here, or wherever the 7-way will let me run it to. So if we can put it like right here, then run the wiring down and through, 50 feet should give me enough to get to the back. And then we'll have to tee in. I'll probably get new connectors and everything. I'll have to get whatever they are back in here, but it's gonna be a pain. And then add the nice lights here. I'm gonna get some bigger clamps for these at some point as well, because those ones that I got, I really don't like how small they are. All right, this next load I just booked. It goes from Baltimore, Maryland to Mechanicsburg, which is like right close, like 20 minutes from my house. So it's paying $700 on 89 miles. But this is a train this was filmed in Mexico on a train course by professionals. Yeah, you'll see what I mean when you see the next load, but don't worry, we're definitely under 26,000. We are completely legal. Everything's gonna be all right. I haven't actually seen them yet, but I'm hoping it's not as bad as what I think it's gonna be. All right guys, so I took a risk and I booked this, and they didn't tell me any information about it other than it's a chassis cab. There's a 3500. This isn't even the worst of it. There's actually a 5500 as well. But seeing that this one is a gas motor, I'm hoping that the other one is as well, because the other one's a 5500. So hopefully it's a gas 5500 and it's like this. Really hoping it's a single cab. They didn't give me any answers on that, but sweet, that's awesome. Go through, get our pictures and everything. Front wheel covers, cool. So here she is. This is number one. I was really hoping that I wasn't going to get 2 quad cab long beds, because then that would have been like 18,000 pounds. Should put me at 10,000 pounds between the two of them. All right, we verified this is ours. So now we got to go to 12 and see what the other one is. And hopefully it's just a single cab, because I was not looking forward to trying to pick up 2 quad cab long beds, which is what I automatically assumed. I assumed that they were going to be quad cab long bed diesels. And usually you want to assume the worst because if you assume the worst, hope for the best. That's my logic. That would have sucked too, because that other one over there is a diesel and it's a quad cab. So that thing is like 9,000 pounds off the bat. Well, I spoke too soon. This is gonna be a fun trip home. At least one of them's light. Let's go load this thing up. Damn thing needs some steps. All right, let's get her loaded. Like I said, I'm gonna back both of them on just because, well, if I can fit a 450, I can certainly fit a 350. Actually, this one shouldn't, I don't think these have the wide front. Yeah, these don't have the wide front end because there's no fender flare. But the 5500 should. So I said we'll back it on for weight purposes because getting your weights in check is more important than saving fuel economy. The nice thing about a cabin chassis is you can see where the tires are at. So you get out, check them. I want to get it as centered as possible. So should be all right. Get it centered, and I believe this is the center of the truck here. So all right, number one is up there. That was a pain in the ass getting that centered. I can't tell you how many times. And it's still slightly over this way, but not a big deal. Now we're gonna go grab a 12, and hopefully it should be relatively simple. Apparently, to get to my house, I'm going up 83, which means I'll hit Mechanicsburg before Carlisle, meaning that I'll actually be able to drop these off today rather than jackknifing these into my spot. So that means we just dropped off 800, we're gonna drop off 700, and then we'll figure something out for tomorrow. But I only put 250 bucks in fuel in the tank today because, well, I just didn't want to spend a shitload of money if I wasn't gonna make a ton, right? So I put just enough in there because I thought I was gonna book a load to West Virginia, but that load disappeared, and I'm glad it did, because if I would have taken that load, I would have grabbed it, went home, then I would have had to go drop it off and then, you know, drop it off and then come home. If I would have just dropped it off and went home without grabbing another load, it would have been 10 hours and 22 minutes. And that just, that would have made Monday not really a worthwhile day. So, or actually it would have made tomorrow not really a worthwhile day. Tomorrow's Friday, I don't really feel like doing much. All my parts should be in by Monday to do all the rewiring on the trailer. So I'm slowly rebuilding that thing. It's gonna happen slowly. We also need to get equalizers for it. I understand it's coming, you just gotta be patient. I can't spend $1 billion, even though Coinbase says I can. So it's kind of funny. I get a lot of people saying you should buy American, you should like support American, which I 100% agree with. But these people, they'll tell you to go out and you should buy things from reputable companies that are made in America as opposed to ordering on Amazon. And whereas I agree with you, I then counter your suggestion with, why do you buy vehicles that aren't made in America? Ram, Ford, Chevy, none of them made in America. Look at this, right here. Vehicle made in Mexico. Toyotas are made in America, and they're a Japanese brand. Why are they made in America, but we outsource our stuff to Mexico? Which, Mexicans work very hard. I will tell you that. I've worked with quite a few of them, and I don't think I've ever had a complaint, but it's still, point remains the same. Buy American. These American-made vehicles are not American-made, and it is kind of sad. I am going to say that. Well, at least they're two-wheel drive. Oh, nope, this one's four-wheel drive. The other one's two-wheel. That one's a two-wheel drive Hemi. This one is a four-wheel drive cabin chassis, which I have towed one of these before. Our old one with the super long bed. So hopefully that front axle fits up on here. I'm gonna try to place it as forward as possible. So, or guys, it's only going 89 miles from Mexico to Mexico, completely legal, trained professional. All right, we got her. It actually fits. I'm glad. Yeah, I didn't realize I would never get another quad cab on here. So we got this much room. I may have been able, if there was another quad cab, I could have brought this back. Literally, I don't know if you guys can see how low that is. I could have brought this back another 2 feet. Would have got me 2 feet on that. And then if it were a quad cab, I'm gonna assume it would have sat like right out to about here. then we could have flipped this one around. So I think I could fit 2 quad cab long bed 5500s on here, wheelbase wise. We just have to flip one way and one the other. I think it would work greatly. Look at that, not even squatting the tires. Definitely underweight. Look at that, no squatting. 2500, just doing it all day. Let's get them strapped down. I'll grab a picture for Instagram and go from there. And they are empty. Both of them have like almost no fuel. So we should be able to drop these today. All right, she's all said and done. We're not squatting, so it can't be that heavy, right? I didn't adjust the airbags either, so. Got our straps on it. They specifically, by the way, guys, for the guys saying that you have, I haven't heard this comment in a while, but see these, okay? Brokers like this, they specifically say in the paperwork, no, anything other than over the wheel straps. That's it, specifically that. Only over the wheel straps. To do work for these brokers, you can only put these kind of straps on here. They said no chains, they said no side straps, they said no lassos, none of that. Just to keep that in mind. Got our mirrors folded in, everything is good. Looking at these new trucks is weird. They have the axle disconnect too, so that's why with a 4-wheel drive you can just slightly get 2-wheel drive miles per gallon. Whereas when you have this guy here, solid axle cab and chassis, 2-wheel drive. Which honestly I prefer. I would take this in a, well, not the Hemi, but take the 2-wheel drive new truck in a heartbeat. So now we'll get these things unloaded. It really didn't feel all that bad. I mean, in majority of spots, you know, I stayed in 5th gear. I hit 6th a couple of times. All right, nice thing about these is I will not have to grab the ramps. I can literally just drive these things off. So I've been folding the mirrors in like people told me to, because it makes sense. All right, we're gonna get them off. Even the guy agreed with me. He's like, no need. Let's see. There they are. They're gonna get beds on them, and we just need to clean our straps up. No need to pick the ramps up because we didn't need ramps. So confirmation, no damages. Guess we'll drop the trailer and we'll go home. So today was a relatively simple day. That paid $700 literally for a couple hours of my time. Now I see why you guys do freight, because it pays pretty much the same stuff. Cars don't usually pay like that. All right, so not bad. Today was definitely makes up for yesterday and all the bullshit that I had to deal with. So, and we didn't have a single problem today. Everything went smoothly. Well, other than obviously the lighting on the trailer, but you know, I can only do that when parts come in. Just to go to an ATM, had to park kind of sort of in the street. There was actually a car in front of me, so I had to block the whole street pretty much. But I think we're all right now. Do what we need to do. Listen to this dude. Hell yeah. All right, we're pretty much done for the day. Now we gotta go get Liam at the bus stop. This will be curious. I'm curious on how this is gonna come down, because I hit the pole. Axle seem all right. This back one I was kind of concerned about, but I think it's okay. There's a little bit of slop in that one. That one had the most weight on it. So I'm just gonna pull out, go get Liam, leave the tailgate down until I get there, and I'll put air in the bags when I get to him. I put the mirrors out finally because I can't see past the tires. I wanted to know if my lights would go out, and I couldn't see the lights with the mirrors down. So I hate these Dodge mirrors. It took me like 5 minutes to actually adjust that bottom mirror on the other side. It's a pain in the ass. Whereas Chevy mirrors, Ford mirrors, you just push them in and out. All right, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. That was everything today. Went super simple. Everything's all good. Everything's dropped. We're officially empty. Now we need to make the decision on, do we find something for tomorrow or do we just take tomorrow off? I'm thinking that I'm going to try to book something tomorrow or tonight for tomorrow, but we'll see. No promises. I got all these parts coming in, so everything should be good there. We just got Liam, so I'm going on our anniversary dinner this weekend. So that's a thing. 2 years and got to be debt-free by the wedding. The wedding is on October 8th this year, so hopefully we're debt-free by then. That's the goal. And besides that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said earlier about people that are obsessed, I guarantee I'm going to see a few comments in this video of people that literally just watch to spread negativity. Appreciate you.